Did you know that the celebration of women's history once lasted for just a single day? Stick around to learn its incredible story and improve your English comprehension. Hello and welcome. This is an English story for intermediate learners. We will use slow and clear English to help you understand everything. Today, we'll explore the impactful history of Women's History Month and discover its inspiring theme for 2026. Here's how our lesson will work. First, you'll listen to the full story in English. Then, we will do a bilingual review with both English and Spanish text. After that, we'll study key vocabulary and a useful expression. Finally, we'll test your knowledge with some comprehension questions. Let's begin. The story of Women's History Month doesn't begin with a month, or even a week. It begins with a single day, International Women's Day. In the early 1900s, women around the world were advocating for better working conditions, fair pay, and the right to vote. This powerful movement led to the first International Women's Day, a day to honor the struggle and celebrate the achievements of women. For many decades, this one day was the main focus. But in 1978, a small town in California, Santa Rosa, decided one day wasn't enough. An education task force there launched a Women's History Week celebration. They wanted to ensure that the contributions of women were taught in schools and recognized by the community. The idea was incredibly popular and started to spread to other communities across the country. Seeing this growing movement, a group of women, including historian Gerda Lerner, formed the National Women's History Project. They worked hard to get national recognition. Their efforts paid off. In 1980, President Jimmy Carter issued the first presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8 as National Women's History Week. He said that the achievements of women have been consistently overlooked and undervalued in the body of American history. By 1986, 14 states had already declared March as Women's History Month. This momentum was unstoppable. The following year, in 1987, the U.S. Congress passed a law officially designating the entire month of March as Women's History Month. What started as a day, and grew into a week, had finally become a month-long national celebration. The impact of this was enormous. Before Women's History Month, women were largely invisible in history textbooks. The month-long focus encouraged schools and universities to develop new curriculum. It raised public consciousness, making people aware of the vital roles women have played in science, art, politics, and every other field. It helped rewrite our collective story to be more accurate and inclusive. Each year, the National Women's History Alliance selects a theme to guide the celebrations. For 2026, the theme is Women Who Write Our Future, Champions of Progress and Innovation. This theme is designed to honor both the historical figures who paved the way and the modern women who are building a better tomorrow. Champions of Progress and Innovation encourages us to look at women in fields like science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM. It celebrates female entrepreneurs who create new businesses, artists who challenge our perspectives, and activists who fight for social justice. It's about recognizing the women who are not just part of history, but are actively creating the future. So, how can you participate? You can celebrate by reading books and watching movies by and about women. You can research the history of inspiring women from your own community or country. You can also support women-owned businesses. Every small action helps to amplify women's voices and ensure their stories are told and remembered. Women's History Month is more than just a celebration. It's a reminder of the progress we've made and the work that still needs to be done. By learning about and sharing these stories, we carry the legacy of these incredible women forward, not just in March, but all year long. It begins with International Women's Day, born from the movement for better working conditions and the right to vote.
Comienza con el Día Internacional de la Mujer, nacido del movimiento por mejores condiciones laborales y el derecho al voto.
In 1978, a celebration in Santa Rosa, California, grew from a day to a week. This idea spread across the country.
En 1978, una celebración en Santa Rosa, California, pasó de ser un día a una semana.
Esta idea se extendió por todo el país. President Carter proclaimed a National Women's History Week in 1980. In 1987, Congress designated March as Women's History Month. El presidente Carter proclamó la Semana Nacional de la Historia de la Mujer en 1980. En 1987, el Congreso designó marzo como el mes de la historia de la mujer. It raised public consciousness and encouraged schools to include women's contributions, making history more accurate. Aumentó la conciencia pública y animó a las escuelas a incluir las contribuciones de las mujeres, haciendo la historia más precisa. The 2026 theme is Women Who Write Our Future, Champions of Progress and Innovation. El tema de 2026 es Mujeres que escriben nuestro futuro, campeonas del progreso y la innovación. Great! Now let's learn some key vocabulary from the story. First word, to advocate. This verb means to publicly support or recommend a particular cause or policy. For example, in the early 1900s, women were advocating for the right to vote. Next, proclamation. This is a noun. It's a public or official announcement, especially one dealing with a matter of great importance. For instance, President Carter issued a proclamation declaring National Women's History Week. Third, consciousness. This noun means the state of being aware of and responsive to one's surroundings. In our story, public consciousness means the awareness of the general population. Example, the celebration raised public consciousness about women's roles in history. Now for our useful expression of the day, the passive voice. In the story, you heard, the month was officially designated by Congress. This is the passive voice. We use it when the action is more important than the person or thing doing the action. The structure is, object plus verb, to be, plus past participle. Here's another example from the story, the achievements of women have been consistently overlooked. Here, the focus is on the achievements being overlooked, not on who overlooked them. The passive voice is very common in historical and formal writing. Alright, it's time to check your understanding. I will ask a question, pause for a few seconds for you to think, and then give you the answer. Are you ready? Question 1. Where did the first Women's History Week celebration take place in the United States? The first celebration took place in Santa Rosa, California, in 1978. Question 2. In what year did the U.S. Congress officially designate March as Women's History Month? Congress officially designated March as Women's History Month in 1987. Question 3. What is the theme for Women's History Month 2026, according to our story? The theme is, Women Who Write Our Future, Champions of Progress and Innovation. Question: Where did the first Women's History Week take place? A. In Santa Rosa, California. B. ¿Dónde tuvo lugar la primera Semana de la Historia de la Mujer? R. En Santa Rosa, California. Question: When did Congress designate March as WHM? A. In 1987. B. ¿Cuándo designó el Congreso a marzo como el mes de la historia de la mujer? R. En 1987. Question: What is the 2026 theme? A. Women Who Write Our Future, Champions of Progress and Innovation. B. ¿Cuál es el tema de 2026? R. Mujeres que escriben nuestro futuro, campeonas del progreso y la innovación. Excellent work today. If you enjoyed this story and learned something new, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more English stories. Your support helps us create more lessons like this one. Now, for our question of the day, in the comments below, tell us about an inspiring woman from your country's history. We would love to read your stories and learn together. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.